Hey guys, what's up? It's the Patriot coming at you once again. It's September 14, 2023. I'm sorry I haven't been with you in a while. Been working on the drywall in a McDonald's up in Vascalitas, but I'm back at my desk as my job as an investor, and happy to come to you today. No, folks, it's Danny Deals, of course. It's Un Poco Mas, the show where we give you just a little bit more on behalf of Hurricane Lopez and Stock Karen. We would like to say hello and welcome and hello. And if the day ends in a Y, as this Thursday does, it is, of course, September 14, 2023. Topper time check is 12:34 p.m. It's about 26 minutes until the market closes for the day. The SOFI stock, as you can see over on Yahoo Finance, you big Yahoo, is at $9.06, up 26 cents or about 3% on the day. Um, had a little bit of a mountain and hump look early, a little bit of a mountain, a little bit of a sell off down to, I don't know, 890 area. Um, Came down there twice and has come back up on the double hump type of pattern. Pushed down a few times, guys, but the stock looks really solid. $8.91, which has been very sticky resistance yesterday. Looks to have flipped. It looks like market makers actually own a lot of these short term calls today. I expect them to be dumping these onto retail today and possibly killing the options at $9 tomorrow. You can see there's over 13,400 calls for tomorrow at the $9 level. So they're not really paying yet, guys. Those options don't pay at 9.5, 9.10. You got to get up, obviously to recover the cost of the option itself. Now, right now, that's 17 cents. Of course, it's a lot more predictable on Thursday because they don't expect the stock to go up like past $9.25 tomorrow. But the point is, these options at 9 and 8.50, they've gone through the roof. The options at 9.50 haven't done anything. They're at 1 cent. Nobody expects the stock to go up that much tomorrow. I certainly don't. But in any case, guys, don't be at all surprised if market makers dump these $9 calls today, get out of their position, and then retail investors end up holding the bag tomorrow as they hold this stock down. But I don't know what's going to happen, guys. Here's the chart. Just keep in mind, guys, I drew this pink arrow the other day. I don't know what it was, like 3 days ago. So people who say I don't know the SoFi stock, perhaps, but I seem to predict the market sentiment and price action, and I'm able to predict what market makers are going to do because I've just seen this so many times, not just with this stock, but with many other stocks over the years, and they kind of all behave the same way. They take a stock that's perceived as weak for whatever reason. It's a SPAC, it doesn't make money, it's too much stock-based compensation, the loans are going to default, yada yada yada, all the reasons that haven't really proven to be true, but they've been endlessly amplified by the media at certain times for certain short attacks. And then, market makers shorted the stock in early June. The foolish market makers, smart money was really covering down here, guys. That's where you see this. After the Chiaverini short attack here, the Chia Pet Army attacked the stock. You see from early May for the next month, you're seeing a lot of consolidation. You're seeing the smart money actually covering there, and then smart money pumps. And inexperienced turds see the pump and they reshort here. The smart money is not reshorting there. The smart money is flipping to long down here. Here, they're flipping to long at the lows. Now these idiots they're going to have to cover. They're not seeing any opportunity to cover below $8. They need to cover down in the fours, fives max to really make money. These new shorts, and it's just not going to happen, guys. Noto's more confident than ever. Play you a clip from him later on Kramer the other day, I think yesterday. Um, Interesting report out. I don't have it because I don't subscribe to Morningstar. It's just one of the you can see Max Payne right now is at $9. I don't subscribe to Morningstar, but I saw Tanner with Future Investing had the report and he went through it in great detail. So
I would recommend his video. But they had a fair value on the stock. I think it was like $14.50. They just upgraded. Maybe it was $15, but his video is really good, and it goes through, why they're saying the stock is worth that amount, and why they're also saying SoFi has no economic moat. You have to sort of know what they mean by that at Morningstar. This doesn't mean there's nothing unique about the company, but I think there was a huge misinterpretation or sort of wrongheadedness in the Morningstar report, in that each tiny business that SoFi's in, each product they offer, there may be no barriers to entry in terms of those individual products. But if you're talking about a moat, people are like, well, the moat is Noto, the moat is the business model, the moat is the flywheel. The moat is all those things, but the moat is just how SoFi has compiled all these things. Then you're talking about the tech stack and the savings that's going to bring to SoFi over the next 5 years and beyond. And then you're talking about the bank charter, and they're not giving any more bank charters to fintechs. They're just very tightened up. I know the OCC and the other, I don't know exactly all the people who have to sign off on licensing a bank, but I know one is like the office of the comptroller of the currency. I remember when when the gang and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia tried to run for like District 5 West Philly comptroller to try to solicit a bribe, and it just all went haywire. Of course, they met those Italian guys like, stop saying use, pussy hands. But in any case, guys, I kind of don't know where I was going with that, but I just want to talk about the moat. And you see the cross selling, it will decrease the cost of customer acquisition. You add in the bank charter, it decreases their cost of capital, allows them to make a bigger spread, allows them to give people more interest, allows them to grow, um, allows them to make more money holding loans on the books, allows them to make more loans in general. So let's just hear from Anthony Noto real quick.
Saving money or getting a better return on high interest, real solutions to real money problems. Whether it's saving money or getting a better return on high interest, or finding a place to make investments in a diversified portfolio.
Are any of these answers to those questions generative AI? Because that would be hard every day to come up with. Like, I mean, yeah, you need a team of economists that you would ruin your bottom line.
We have a significant amount of people that are experts in computer science as well as data science, and we're using their
Kramer just desperately trying to get him to say the words AI so he can like come in his pants. Noto's not really taking the bait. Dude, Noto looks like fucking Reagan. I trust this guy. You know, if you need a guy to make like a life and death decision who just has ice water in his veins, absolutely prepared, absolutely rock steady. Give me Anthony Noto. And yeah, oh, they got sued at Twitter. Fuck you guys. Read this guy's bio. He's like an all-American football player, head of his class in engineering at the military academy, goes on to be, I don't know if he was actually an Army Ranger, but I know he trained as an Army Ranger. I believe he was a military officer, goes on a couple of tours at Goldman Sachs, making a fortune over there, running certain businesses for them. He's CFO of NFL in a period of rapid growth. He's sold several jobs at Twitter. Now he moves over to SoFi, where he's just been knocking the ball out of the park. So for everyone who's saying, Noto's this corrupt guy, he's just there for the cash grab, I think he's absolutely the opposite. I think he really believes in this company, and I think he and the rest of the management team have been doing an absolutely outstanding job. So you can, shove that opinion where the sun don't shine. No, seriously, down in the comments. If you don't like Noto, that's cool. You don't want to buy SoFi, that's cool. I respect your opinion. I think he's a good CEO. I think it's a good stock, but certainly not giving you morons financial advice. I'm sure you can figure out what to do, you bunch of stupid turds.
Their knowledge and capability and this great data source to help train models.
Now, I know that a lot of pundits are saying, you know what, the consumer's really tapped out. I've been hearing this. Now, Brian Moynihan disagree with that, but you sound like the things are robust.
Well, we're really stealing share from the big banks. And so we've been able to add more than $2 billion of deposits in each quarter since getting our bank license. And we reported in Q2, we remain confident that we could add $2 billion plus each quarter, and we're on track to do that. We're also seeing the networking benefits of having this large installed base, so our marketing is becoming more efficient, people are more aware of us, and we're driving better cross-buy. So we've started to see the compounding impact on our member and product growth in Q2.
Guys, if you listen to Noto, their business model was just starting to work in Q2. It's really starting to work in Q3. but you're really going to see I know people don't like to wait and people are impatient, but you're really going to see this business model really start to churn in 2024. And then by 2025, when SoFi has, a lot more members, a lot more products, hopefully interest rates will be lower. They'll be originating home loans. They'll be originating, refinancing student loans, refinancing home loans, just loans of all descriptions. Of course, they won't get the interest spread that they are with these high rates, but there'll just be so much more activity, so much more origination. I think SoFi's business model is really, really going to shine in the next few years. And that's also where they're going to realize all the cost savings, start to realize some of the larger cost savings from getting their entire system onto their tech stack over at Galileo and Technesis, and also hopefully start to sell those products to other major clients.
Q2, and we're seeing it really continue in Q3.
Don't miss us. That was just a cut. I don't have the CNBC investing club thing anymore. I just can't fucking stand it. But no new deals over at Tip Ranks. Just see if there's any news. There rarely is. Nah, they don't. I mean, it's like 23-day-old news. SoFi, pre-market trading, 7 best meme stocks. They hate it when it's meme stocks, back stock. Anyway, Instacart came out. I know ARM was ripping today. I think it was up like 14%, but I don't know exactly where it is now. But that's good for SoFi if those companies, some of the companies that they're IPOing don't fall off a cliff immediately after, because a lot of people like got burned on Rivian. They might have negative opinions about SoFi, but I don't really think it's a huge factor. I think all the publicity is good for SoFi, and as you just heard Noto say, it helps with brand awareness. It helps them become a household name, and that's a good thing. Again, just taking a look at this chart, guys. I didn't see the bear flag. I don't see the bear flag. This is the arrow that I drew just freehand the other day, like way back here, and you can see it actually like bounced off my arrow, like literally, and then gapped up. So it's so stupid, guys, how eerily accurately I'm able to predict this turd's price action and what these market makers are going to do, because they're just so fucking predictable. They just spin people around. Like last time they dumped on the ER. So this time I warned you, hey, they're going to do a pump and dump after this ER. I wasn't sure or anything, but I sure as hell thought that's what they're going to do. And this thing has behaved, pretty much exactly like I thought it was going to behave. And I think we're just going to, cruise on up through the nines as long as there's no real bad news. I know inflation came out a little bit hot, but let's be honest. I mean, these high interest rates have been very, very good for SoFi, and I still don't think the Fed is really going to do another raise, at least this time. I think they're going to wait for more data, because I think there's still, some of those interest rate increases that we saw earlier in the year have really yet to get through the economy. And with the high oil prices, high food prices, some of this stuff is just not going to be contained. A lot of it is corporate profits. A lot of it is, the Saudis and the Russians and others squeezing us. So a lot of this stuff is beyond our, domestic policy control. So I really don't think, inflation, hot numbers, even higher interest rates are going to do that much to change SoFi's numbers in the next couple of ERs. But, again, if you disagree with me, you see problems, let me know down in the comments. But again, guys, this is these are the levels I was talking about, $8.13, and then the blue line represents a channel going back for some months, and you can see just how much this stock has consolidated even around and between these two lines, and every time it does that, moves up convincingly. We see it making sort of a double move here to the upside, and I just really like where this stock is. It's right in the pocket. It's very much poised to leg up again. If you look at how the stock came down to this level over on the other side, it basically kind of consolidated here, I would say, to this point, maybe from January to so it's actually consolidated really. This is very, very clean, guys. This is, computer controlled trading, consolidating, accumulating here. The smart money is covering at these lows here. Dumb money is still short the stock, in my opinion. I just don't hear any weakness in Noto. I don't see any weakness in the SoFi stock. I think these shorts are screwed. I think they're going to have to cover going into the Q4 ER. So that doesn't give them that much time, guys. We're here in mid-September. That earnings report is going to be, say 1st of February, end of January 2024. So it's only what, five months away. That's not a lot of time if you're a short. And if you think this stock is going to get back down to 5 or 6, I think you're just absolutely delusional. Look at the churn, guys. The churn is gone. You see this day after day, 19 million there, 19 million there, 16 million yesterday. A big day was 25 million. Guys, you remember when this thing was really churning and the shorts had their claws out, this thing was trading 40, 50 million shares every single day. I mean, 35 million was a very slow day. There were days it was for no reason the stock would trade 50, 60 million shares. It's just not happening anymore. The market makers are accumulating long positions. If they're doing anything, they're getting out of their shorts. Even at worst case, they're short long. These guys that are still short, still borrowing the shares, I contend they are the marks. They are the losers. Looking at the volume today, it's 20.5 million. So I would guess there's a little bit of covering going on, but not too much, because otherwise the stock would be up more than that. I think retail is only buying. Don't think anybody's dumping. Yeah, you can see short long activity. Short interest of the free float is up to 13%, and free float on loan is down to 8.8. Cost to borrow under 1%. Cost to borrow max day 1%. Yeah, so there's not that much shorting going on. Net shares returned is 600,000 shares. No new rankings on the stock, no new updates from analysts. Still, the last update was an upgrade from JP Morgan. No real major news. The big things are these IPOs, Instacart and ARM, which I think are just bringing a ton of really good press to the SOFI stock. So again, what's happening is exactly what I said was going to happen. The stock is going to continue to move up. It's going to be very volatile, but I expect coming into the next ER, the stock will probably be in the low 10s, could be as high as the mid 10s, and then it'll probably push down a little bit after a somewhat disappointing ER that'll actually be pretty good, setting us up for Q4. But the EPS probably won't be what some people like myself dreamt it would be. But Q4 ER, I feel real good about, and I think the stock will run up significantly coming into that ER to that mid 10s, 1030 to 1050. Something in there, guys. Of course, I can't predict the future. I don't have a genie in a bottle, but if you rub me the right way, I will tell you the price action of the stock. So, guys, today it is 10 minutes before the market closes. We're at $9.05, up 24 cents on the day, or 2.78%, 21 million shares traded. The pattern, again, was this mountain and hump. It's been a double hump, and then we're kind of back down to $9.05, which is basically kind of the level it topped out of on hump number 1. Hump number 2 came up to 9.15 and was rejected. So we're still well above support line. If you flipped it at $8.91, still looking very good there. Shorts still not covering in mass, still kind of hanging around, waiting to see what the economy is going to do. Wasn't a big negative reaction to this inflation number. I think people traders have just sort of shrugged off inflation as a fact of life at this time. It's sticky, it's hard to deal with, but it's not having a major detrimental effect on many of these companies' earnings. It's not having a major detrimental effect on economic activity. You're seeing IPOs coming back. You're seeing people borrowing money. You're seeing businesses starting to expand and buy things, but inflation is still problematic. We had good economic data this morning. Obviously you can catch up on that news on your own time. But I forget what it was. I think it was consumer spending was up, consumer confidence was up. So you see bad news, you see good news, but overall, the rally looks pretty good today. I know Fridays you could tend to sell off, but I like the SoFi stock to just kind of hover flat tomorrow, maybe up very slightly, but look for them to dump those call options onto retail and leave retail holding that bag tomorrow. That seems to be, unfortunately, what they do time after time after time with the SoFi stock. So again, the ARM's debut gains deliver win for owner SoftBank. Also, I think it delivers a win for one of the junior offering banks, which was SoFi on that IPO. And we'll see how the Instacart one goes. But again, ARM was up significantly on the day. So, guys, that's the SoFi stock. Ticker symbol is SOFI. Stock is up a quarter on the day. Market's about to close. It's Thursday, September 14th. My name is Danny Deals. The show is Un Poco Mas. Guys, hit me up in the comments. Let me know if you got your t-shirts. Everyone in the United States who asked for one, your shirt has been sent out. I'll try to get to you international guys as soon as I can. But when they do show up in the mail, please give me a shout out and let me know that you got it. Appreciate you guys. Thanks a lot for watching. You guys have a great rest of your Thursday, and I'll talk at you as soon as I can. It's a SoFi stock. It's not financial advice. Buy SoFi, you weak-kneed turds. Buy it.
Not advice, guys. It's not advice. I'm sorry. I got out of line there. I got a little excited. You guys do whatever you want. I don't know. I don't know nothing. Okay. Bye bye.